Hi everybody. Something a little bit different this week. Mother's been a little bit laid low in the past 10 days because she's had vertigo, which has meant that she's fine in herself, but she's not able to stand up for long periods and walk around too much. So it means that the normal stuff she does, making videos and sewing and all the stuff that you see every week, it's not been so easy the last couple of weeks. So this week there's a different video tonight. Today's video is going to be a different video, and it is about mine and Anna's trip to the Outer Hebrides. Now, this video was intended to go up on Patreon, which you've maybe read or heard about on the channel, but it's being used for the main channel, the YouTube channel, just so that we can give Mother a bit of a break while she recovers from the vertigo. So I'm going over to see her after this, filming this, and I saw her a few days ago, and she was absolutely fine, like in herself, you know, chatting away, no problems at all. It's just whenever she stands up, she gets really dizzy, and I think she was getting some motion sickness and things, but she's got some medication for that, and she just has to spend a lot of time lying down and and it should just pass of its own accord, the doctor says. So it's all fine. It's just she can't really make videos. So the video you're going to see now is mine and Anna's trip to the Outer Hebrides. There's another video that Anna's editing at the moment, which is kind of an extra one, which I made a trip to St Kilda, and it's going to go on Patreon. So if you are interested to see what St Kilda's like and what I got up to when I was there, then you could check out Patreon and see to watch that video if you're interested. So Anna will edit this together so that the video plays now. So enjoy, and you'll get Mother back very soon. So thanks everyone. Hello. We're having a little lunch. We've got all Scottish ingredients, all island ingredients. We've got main event, smoked salmon. Oof, look at that. Then we've got beetroot chutney, oat cakes, and then various dairies, cream cheese, butter. Gonna be good. So, hey everyone.
Hey.
We're on our trip, which I think you heard a bit about that we were going to be doing, and now we're doing it, partway through. So at the minute we're on North Uist.
Just arrived on North Uist.
Yeah. And before this we've been on Benbecula last night, and then South Uist the night before, and then 2 nights on Barra. So we'll try and do, I'm going to set Anna the challenge of finding a way to get a map on the video.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
So you can see where we've been.
Yeah.
So it's, we're what, 4 or 5 days in?
Yeah.
And we're just relaxing at first, but now we thought we'd do some filming and show you guys what we're up to. So at present we're preparing our extremely Scottish lunch.
That's probably enough.
Well, I buttered that one, so you should
Right.
do that one.
Maybe do 2 more then.
With
these
those
little
pieces
halves,
there,
yeah.
We've just gone a bit to town on oat cakes. We've got 2 different types of oat cake. We've got this one, which is without gluten, and this one, which is with gluten. And we did a blind taste test about which was better. Obvious. One with gluten, one.
Yeah.
For some reason, gluten's delicious.
It is.
So
We're in a pretty bay at the minute. A beach called Traglar Beach.
which is supposed to be good for swimming.
Yeah. But the tide's out, isn't it? So it's
Tide's in.
Tide's in, sorry. So
You can
it's
still swim.
Yeah. Doesn't look as lovely.
It's been, so far the weather's been a bit overcast. We had a little bit of sun, and then we've had one day of very heavy rain, and then
Put a bit of chutney on top.
yeah, and then we had some days of very sort of bit like this. We'll show you outside in a bit. Sort of like cloudy, but you know it's Scotland, so what do you expect?
We had a couple of little bursts of sunshine.
Yeah.
But mostly cloudy, isn't it?
Yeah, mostly quite clouded.
Very beautiful though.
This is the weather that forged this land, so
It is.
you kind of have to accept. What's been your favourite part so far?
I think Barra so far.
Yeah.
We stayed in this really nice campsite on Barra with this very, very Scottish guy called Angus. He was really cool, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he'd forgotten about our booking.
Yeah.
So when we came up, we were a little bit later than the other people who'd come off the ferry, and he was waiting there with his buddy. And we came, and I was like, "Oh hi, I've made a reservation for under the name Jackson." He was like, "I've made a mistake."
But he's saying all of this. Like, so I was sat on that side, and he's like right at the window, and my face is like right there. So I was like, didn't know where to look because it was just too close to his head while he's saying all this.
But he said he did find us somewhere to put our van, and he was then very generous and said we didn't have to pay.
Yeah, it was
But
really nice.
So we didn't pay for one night, and then we stayed another night, and he said no, you don't have to pay. But he was like, no, we'll pay, because he was a lovely, friendly bloke, and
yeah,
he had a lovely spot. So that was good.
Yeah, and there it was very quiet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I had a good swim in the sea there. It was lovely.
And I saw a very rare bird, which
What am I doing?
that'd be all right. Anna's just done it where, see, we're making these, right, with the cream cheese, then the salmon, then the beetroot chutney. But she's done beetroot, cream cheese, beetroot chutney, and then salmon. But I don't think that's a problem.
No, it's like that scone thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cream and jam.
Yeah. Anyway, at that campsite, I saw there's a bird which is called a corncrake, which is like quite a secretive bird, which lives on the islands up here. But they're a summer visitor, so they should all be gone. But
Johnny's doing a Hebrides bird list, and it's
Anna is the scribe.
yeah. But it's really high. I mean, I think it must be in the 80s.
No, I think we're into 90s.
Are we in 90s? I'll count them up.
But we've got all the easy ones now.
Yeah. But that means that all the new ones are all going to be megas, right?
Well, hopefully.
Yeah. We stayed at, which I'm imagining is your favourite place so far.
Yeah, my favourite part.
This cool bit of peninsula in South Uist.
On the map that you're going to produce and put in the video.
Stick that in, yeah.
Put that on.
It was very cool. And we got there and there was one other camper van. And then we'd already walked right down to the bottom of the peninsula and we were like, oh, we should park down there. And so we went over this, like, loads of scree, didn't we?
Loads of, like, rough stones
Yeah.
that you probably shouldn't have gone over.
And then we were like, oh, God. And then we got to the end and then there were loads of really high waves. And we were like, So we stayed there for like half an hour. And we
got a bit scared and then we drove back along the shingle road that was a bit scary.
Yeah.
And but we got off fine. It was all fine, and then we slept the night there. But then, like, a very strong north wind came in the night.
Yes, the whole van was rocking. So I thought Johnny was getting up to go and look for birds because the van was like moving around. It's like, go back to bed.
But we did see some really great birds there. Found quite a rare well, in America it won't be that rare, but quite a rare bird here called a pectoral sandpiper, which is great.
Yeah.
Super exciting. So yeah, it's good. And then the next few days we're going to stay on North Uist a bit.
Which I really like.
Yeah, nice. We're going to go to the wool centre.
Yes.
And buy something woolen.
That's going to be good.
Maybe get something for Mother there, a gift. And then we're going to go to... We've got booked for a restaurant tonight. The only pub on North Uist. So we'll see what that's like.
Yeah.
And let you guys know.
Had to get very early dinner because it's so popular.
Yeah.
5:30 dinner.
It's a bit early for us.
That'll be alright.
So here's the lunch we've prepared. The very Scottish lunch. That one needs some beetroot.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Looks good, eh?
They're very small. We're not really pigs. It's not like
look at this. That's a teaspoon to compare to
they're
size.
kind of like canapes. Aren't
Yeah, they're like little canapes.
Good.
All right. Well, we'll let you know what they're like.
Mm.
So yeah, we've started eating them, and you can see who else is here and who would like some. And we were debating whether or not you should give dogs smoked salmon.
I think a tiny bit would be all right.
Let's see.
Just guzzles it, doesn't he?
Didn't touch the sides, did it?
Ring!
Hi everyone, thought I'd give you another quick update about how things are going. It's quite a rainy day. It's evening now, look, rain coming down, look, you can see it running down. So we're hiding in the van and got Frank here. He was cold, so put a little blanket around him. And I'll flip the camera around in a second so that you can see the rest of the van and what's happening. So just a second. So there's Anna cooking the dinner.
Hey.
And there's little Frank in the driver's seat. Look. And these chairs here turn into beds, and I'm sort of in half bed already. But the roof normally lifts up. But if you lift it up, it leaks a bit. So we decided to not lift it up, but that's why Anna's got to cook the dinner in a slightly stooped fashion.
Yeah.
One of the good things about having the van in the wet weather, because it means that you could still have quite a cozy time with all the doors closed and and Frank wrapped up in his blanket and cook a dinner and things, you know, whereas in a tent it would be much wetter, right? I mean, I suppose in a hotel you'd be like super dry and just having a nice dinner in the restaurant, but it's just the way it goes. And we're on North Harris or South Lewis. The two islands are connected, right? So we haven't worked out where Harris ends and Lewis begins.
I think this is Harris.
Anna thinks this is Harris, and I think she's maybe right. But one way or the other, we're quite close to the middle. But we're right on the west side, and we are overlooking a bay right at the end of this single track road, which took an entire 40-minute podcast episode to drive down. So this is like evening van life, I guess, for us. Gonna have a dinner, read a bit, pack the beds and make the chairs into beds, go to sleep. So there you go. That's the way it goes. And we'll try and get a bit more video tomorrow, show you what's going on then. Hey everyone.
Hey.
We're at the final point of our trip, so we thought that we would have a little bit of filming to show you where we've come to. Oh, Frank's off. No, he's not. Yeah, he's off. To show you where we've come to, just for the last few days before we go home. So we were on Harris and Lewis last time we spoke to you, and now we have come. We had a night on Skye. We took the ferry off Lewis, had a night on Skye, and now we took another ferry from Skye to the mainland, and now we're on the mainland, but on the Ardnamurchan Peninsula.
Which we thought was like somewhere on the way home to stop. So we were like, oh yeah, because I'd seen pictures of it, and I was like, oh, we should go to Ardnamurchan, it's beautiful. Well, yeah, we'll just go there on the way home. It was only today that we realised that it's very much not on the way home.
Yeah, it's not really on the way home.
It's like if we'd gone from Skye to our house, it would have been like 7 hours. It was 4 hours here, then 7 hours from here to Northumberland.
It's going to be quite a long drive when we go back, but that's all right.
It's so beautiful though, it's totally worth it.
So the peninsula bit suggests that it's like we're sticking right out, and it's actually which I didn't realise, but it's the furthest west point on the British mainland. So the way that the whole of Britain is tilted means that actually Wales and Cornwall, which you'd think would be the furthest west, are not. It's here.
Yeah,
So I'll spin the camera around so you can see where we're sitting.
Yeah.
Because we're just sitting on this fairly innocuous bench, but actually there's a lot more to it. So this is the view from the bench, and our campsite's down there. See, little group of vans and tents. That's where we're staying, and then that's the peninsula, which was about an hour's drive to get just along to here on
such a beautiful road, wasn't it?
On single track roads. Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah, and then this might look like it's all connected, but actually this big part here, this is all the island of Mull. And this channel is where the ferry goes. Actually, so the ferry that we took to Varyra on the first day, that goes through this channel. Yeah. And that's more of Mull there too. So it's a nice old view, isn't it? Scotland's a beautiful place. So there you go, that's what we can see. And then there's the hill. There's this ruined old spot where we're next to. And there's Frank's causing trouble. So yeah, we've
been a good trip, hasn't it?
Has been very good. We'll have a few days here and then we're going to head back. But
what's been your favourite part?
It was good going to St Kilda, which I took some filming of. So hopefully,
so that's going to be another video, isn't it?
Hopefully you'll be able to edit it up into a little.
Yeah, I've not seen any of it yet.
So that you guys can see what I was doing there. So that was really good. But what's been nice has been, just spending time with Grass and Frank's.
Yeah, me and Frank stayed on on Harris while Johnny went to St Kilda, because you have to get there in a speedboat type.
Yeah.
It's
kind of like it's like a little fast boat. Yeah.
So we didn't think Frank would like. Well,
no, they just don't let you. They don't even let you on. Yeah, with the dog. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But it sounded like you had a good time.
It was great. What was your favourite part?
Had a couple of really good swims. I've got a lot of bad weather, so I haven't had as many swims as I planned. But the ones I have had, I've really enjoyed. And the Uists, they were really nice. North and South Uist. And Harris was really wild and beautiful. This is incredibly beautiful. We've not been here long, but I'm already really liking it. I like going to all those little islands.
Yeah, so along the way, there's the main islands that you go to, like Varyra, North Uist, South Uist, Lewis and Harris, and Skye. But actually, there's lots of little islands you go to as well.
So we went to some lovely ones.
Yeah.
We went to one on one of the sunny days called Vidderna.
Yeah.
Oh, that was lovely, wasn't it?
At the east bit of North Uist.
It was lovely.
So it's good. Would you recommend, if there's anyone who was watching this who thought they wanted to come to Scotland, would you recommend they do it?
Yeah, definitely. It's my first time going to the Hebrides, and I've really, really enjoyed it. I want to go to all of them now.
Has the bad weather put you off?
No, because you kind of expect it. Like if we went to Greece for 3 weeks and we had like 4 days of sunshine, I would be pretty furious. But you don't go to the Hebrides thinking like, oh, this is going to be amazing weather. You like when you get a sunny day, like it's been really nice since we got here, and we've been like, sat outside and enjoying it, and it makes you appreciate it more.
Yeah, and as you know, we've been away for 12 days or something, and there's been like maybe 4 days of.
Way more than that.
Yeah.
16? 15?
No, 16 in all. We're not there yet.
Oh, right.
So it's like, we're on about 13, day 13. And we've had maybe 4 days of like rain. Like, this is raining now. maybe 4 days of like overcast and then a bit drizzly sometimes, and then overcast, and then we've had what's that down there? That's a seal.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, sealed away. And then 4 days of like overcasty, like bit mizzly sometimes, and then all right sometimes, and then 4 days of like good weather. So it's been a fairly even three-way split, I think. Which I think if you come in like September, you sort of got to expect, haven't you?
You did a little bit of video from the place from last night, didn't you? In the van.
I think so. Yeah.
When I was cooking. Was that last night?
Maybe.
Well, we were in the van and our roof started leaking. I think this was the last clip before this bit. And it was absolutely incredible, that place, wasn't it? Right in that amazing bit of Harris. But because it was like sideways rain and the whole van... No, it was not last night because we were in Skye. Two nights ago. And the whole van was rocking and it was just like... Yeah. Completely nuts.
It was like clearly a beautiful place like this, right? But when you see it in that like intense rain and wind, it's like you can barely go and see it. So, but then you go to some places like when we were on Varyra, and it was like amazing weather, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So take the rough with the smooth, right? Yeah, definitely.
And when we were at that spot in Harris, me and Frank went and climbed to the top of this hill, and it was like sideways. I think I did a bit of filming from there, so I'll put some on because it was super, like, camera was blowing all over the place. And I came back down the hill and I saw this guy cycling up on his bike, and he was obviously really like hot. And then I went down another bit of the hill, and then when I came out where he was, he'd parked up on his bike, and he was just swimming in the sea, just like smiling. I was like, that looks so nice. Yeah. And then 2 minutes later, it was just torrential rain. But it looked nice.
Yeah. So it's been good. And hopefully we've got enough shots to be able to put a bit together so you can see kind of where we've been. And if you don't know Scotland well, a little bit of what the Western Isles are like.
Highly recommended, is it?
Highly. So, cheers everyone.
Yeah.
Take care of yourselves. See you soon.
Bye.